Good afternoon. It's Lindsay, and it's Friday, November 3rd, 2023. And so I wanted to do a video today about some things that have happened in the past couple of days of being a targeted individual here in San Antonio, Texas. It's just completely absurd the way they get these people to monitor every fucking little thing that I do. Okay? Everything I do is monitored by stupid little government fucking agents or police or whatever the fuck they are, undercover people, government agents. And so the more I fucking talk about it and get angry, the more they obviously retaliate because they can't handle being exposed, and they hate it when people, blow their cover, so to speak. But they're very nosy. These people are extremely intrusive and nosy to the point that they want to interfere with everything about your life, everything about your private life, especially if you even have one. If you have any kind of intimate life, they want to fucking get right in the middle of that. They want to destroy that, and then on top of that, if, for example, you, and I'm speaking from my own experience, like if you are a female who's in this program, which mostly they do target women, if you're on any kind of a dating site, and I've talked about this before, the only people mostly who are going to contact you are a bunch of government agents or military or fucking cops and all that shit, okay? And that's a fact, because it's happened to me over and over again. And they'll try to set you up. They'll try to incriminate, whatever, get information to use it against you, fake their way into your life. They're complete frauds and liars. And I had this happen to me a few times. So they're very there's a lot of these kinds of people on these dating sites. And it's just like these fucking government people who usually, what happens is usually they're ex-cons, right? They're ex-cons, and so they're out of prison, or instead of having to instead of going to prison, they get to be a snitch for the police or government. And usually that, these people work as drug dealers or other things like that. They're real shady and they're real mean once you get to know them. And if you upset them, they'll turn against you so quickly and start threatening you, harassing you, and all kinds of stuff, and being total bullies. And it's happened to me. So now it's just like I don't trust anybody at all. And they're very sexually abusive with me. And I'm talking about this very openly because I don't really have anything to hide, and I've already put myself out there as a targeted individual going through this bullshit for so many years. They love to sexually exploit women and find anything and everything about your past to try to shame you and embarrass you and humiliate you and exploit you and all this kind of shit. And this is what these perverts do. And it's like that's all they seem to want to do is find out about your past, how many people you've been with, they're disgusting, and they smear you. They try to smear you. And you'll notice that, like with me, anytime I've had a job, anytime I go to the gym, they do these stupid little smear campaigns, especially if some kind of a friendship or a relationship has just ended. They fucking do a stupid smear campaign these dumb fucks engage in, and it's really, you until you've actually been through something like this, you cannot actually believe that it's happening. It's so utterly shocking and vile and disgusting and mean, completely fucking horrible. And they've been told a bunch of lies about the target. They get you so paranoid and angry that you'll start talking out loud. And half the time you don't even know what you're saying. You're so angry and agitated that you'll start talking out loud because they have the ability with this technology to put thoughts in your head. Basically, they're fucking, like with me, they literally, and I swear to God, I know that most people don't believe me, but they are literally using me, and they have been for a long time, as a completely unwitting lab rat, medical COINTELPRO lab rat for these horrendous, atrocious government operations or PSYOP programs, behavior modification, whatever. And it's horrible. It's the worst kind of psychological abuse that anybody can imagine. I know that people think that, oh, it's not physical, you're not getting beaten up every day or coming home with a bloody nose or no. If you don't understand the aftermath and the effects of what psychological trauma and torment can do to a person day after day after day after day over time, it destroys your mind. It kills your brain. It basically destroys you as a human. And that's the agenda of these fucking gang stalking fucking government dipshits, is to destroy the person, to have you commit suicide or to have you killed by some kind of weird death. And I swear to God, I'm not making any of this shit up. I swear to God, because I've been targeted for so goddamn long. And you have no idea how fucking mad I am with these people. Fucking government, shithead military, fucking asshat, FBI, whatever the fuck these people are doing this. They'll pay with karma. They will certainly pay for these deeds via karma, because I believe in that very much so. I don't believe in this Jesus crap and, oh, Jesus, whatever, to each his own, but I'm saying that karma is real. And karma, for people who engage in these kinds of atrocities to destroy a person's health, your life, your finances, you will pay. You will pay. Bad shit will happen to you. And I can guarantee you that that's the way karma works. Just watch. Because whenever you do wrong to somebody for no reason, who's done nothing to you, and you're stalking them for no reason, you're keeping tabs on them, and you don't even know this person, and you're spreading false rumors about somebody who you don't even know, think of the consequences of what your actions are going to do. And so I, as an individual going through this, have every right to be angry and to talk out against this, because I have to go through this every fucking day. And guess who's doing it? Once again, I'll say the name. It's the fucking Jews, okay? Yeah, the fucking political Zionist Jewish media, fucking Jew agenda, because if you don't go in accordance with their fucked up, stupid bullshit, they target you. And I'm being corporate. In my case, it's at the gym, because it's Gold's Gym is a corporation, right? It's a franchise, whatever the fuck it is. That they're using corporate military type people to fucking target me every day, getting paid by the fucking gym to get me out of there. And it's Gold's Gym who I mostly put this blame on at this stage, because they're definitely the ones who are causing me all these problems, because I go there every day and I don't fucking like their music. I don't like their stupid media shit. And the people, the behavior of the fucking, the staff, for the most part, they're very arrogant a lot of the times. And so, whenever you get on some kind of a blacklist at the gym, whatever, some kind of a watch list, they get all these, it's just like community-based pro watch lists, except it's indoors, right? Because it's like a community. So that's what they're doing to me. And they get these fucking people to monitor me and to kind of act like they're my friends, or ask me these stupid questions to try to put me on the spot and make me look like a fucking idiot, or embarrass me or humiliate me. And that's the kind of shit they do. And it's extremely annoying, okay? Because I don't want to go. I don't go there to sit there and chit-chat with people and make friends, because I'm not there to do that. I'm there to take care of my health. And I've been doing this for so many years, and they have no right to be trying to intrude and interfere and monitor me to the extent that they're doing, when I haven't done a fucking thing to anybody, except stand up for myself when I'm being gang stalked or bullied around by certain people. I mean, what would you do? When all these people you don't know are basically ganging up on you and talking about you and laughing about you and saying, I mean, how would you feel? When you don't even know these people. Think about it. Think about that for a minute, and put yourself in my situation. I don't know any of these people at all, okay? And so they have no right to be doing this to me. Whatever they've been told because I guess they look at my social media, whatever the fuck. If I post something on Facebook, big fucking deal. So do a lot of people. A big deal. I mean, maybe I'm helping, trying to spread information or educate people, but I'm not, big deal. But these people blow everything out of proportion, and especially the Jews. Yeah, the fucking, sorry, but they're the main people who think that everybody's out to get them, that everybody is, their enemy, and so they turn everybody against the white bitch, the racist white bitch me, okay, who they've labeled me as some little psychotic, sociopath, white, crazy bitch, okay? And it's the fucking Jews doing it. The Jews, and they get the black people to do it as well, okay? Because they're all doing this to me. They all fucking hate me. Every single person there. I don't care if they're nice to me or not. They fucking hate me, and they're laughing at me right behind my back. And I see it all the time, and I don't give a shit. I mean, it's like they're fucking two-faced as can be. And so I try to not fucking talk to anybody. But I'll be nice sometimes and respond to somebody. But for my own safety, and I have to not, I don't want to talk to people, but they always want to, there's always somebody who wants to fucking say something or cause problems all the time. And this is really petty. This is what mentally ill people do. This is the kind of behavior that stalkers engage in, or people who have no boundaries, or people who have no real morals. That's the kind of shit that they do. I don't do that to people because I'm educated enough to know the way I was raised to just leave people alone. If somebody's really bothering you, then yeah, say something about it. But if they're not bothering you, just leave them the fuck alone and just ignore them. It's common sense. You don't have to sit there and antagonize somebody to death like they do to me, to fucking bully me and make fun of my appearance or whatever the fuck it is. It's horrible, horrible. On top of that, using the fucking media to do this shit. So they know all my history, everything about my legal problems and this probate stuff, everything about me they know. And that's fine because I talk about it on YouTube anyway, but still, it's like they act like they know me so well, like they really know me, like they're my best friend or something. It's like, get the fuck away from, mind your own fucking business. Get away, please. And they actually stalk. A lot of these people literally have like the mentality of a stalker, and it's kind of it's creepy at times. So I just kind of like, and I it's very awkward to go through that, being sized up and scrutinized to the point that I'm treated like a fucking object, and then humiliated and insulted daily after day after day after day about my body, about my opinion, about everything you can imagine by total fucking strangers, okay? I didn't sign a fucking contract for that. I'm not a fucking celebrity. I'm not trying to be, it's just ridiculous because obviously the music that I listen to on my MP3 player, which I download off the fucking computer because it's free. I mean, I don't own any CDs. I don't own any cassettes. I don't own a record player, but if I did, I'd buy a bunch of records and albums. But nonetheless, I download music onto my MP3 player and listen to my fucking music or a podcast. And these people go fucking ape shit because I don't listen to the same music they do, or because I'm not participating and I'm not part of their little group. That's how they behave. It's like this hive mind, and when somebody is different, they flip out. They take it so personally. And it's like, I feel I literally feel like I'm in a fucking mental hospital, like around a bunch of fucking Arrested Development adults or drug addicts or whatever, a lot of them. And it's like they're putting me in the middle of it all to try to fucking modify my behavior or see how I react, calling me bipolar and crazy and all this shit, when in fact they're orchestrating all the fucking bullshit, inducing schizophrenia and paranoia. They know exactly what the fuck they're doing. And that's why I go against the mental health institution, because they do this. They are the ones doing this. Okay, they push you so fucking far to aggravation and insult. Being so fucking insulted and humiliated that they do it. That these people are fucking evil, and the fucking Jews are the dumb fucks. Pardon my language, but they're the mean fucking people who came up with the fucking psychiatric bullshit DSM, the fucking Jews. And I'm sorry to offend you if you're a Jew, but you know what? There's some fucking evil Jews out there, and they really are very fucking mean. Because guess who controls the fucking media? Guess who? You know, duh, the fucking Jews. Okay, and they're always fucking around with people like me because I see their fucking bullshit and don't like it, and so they fuck around with me and try to get me out of there. And it's all, you know, they do this to me all the fucking time. And I've been going through this shit for long, long, long. Just because you say one thing about a Jew or a fucking pervert, then oh wow, you know, because they're fucking perverts, you know, they're fucking perverts. They think that everybody's stupid according to their Talmud or their Torah. You know, the Goyim, i.e., the Caucasian people, are just idiots. And obviously, they use blacks, you know, African Americans as fucking. You know, clearly you can see what's going on. If you have half a brain, you can see how they exploit people. It's not that hard to figure out using the media, what they do. You know, it's pretty obvious. It's like, hello, do people not see that? Are you that fucking blind? That's why I don't own a TV. That's why I don't buy into the fucking Jew propaganda shit, because it's horrible. It's horrible. And plus, having lived out in that goddamn stupid LA for a while, I know I went through so much torment and abuse, sexual abuse and harassment by fucking Jew men mostly, and women, Jewish women. Horrible, horrible abuse, psychological, as well as practically being raped and drugged by Jewish assholes. So I have a lot of experience. I do have a lot of experience with this personally, and I know how fucking evil and perverted they are from my own experience. And so that's why I'm so angry, because to this day, they're still fucking around with me. To this day, my mother's dead fucking husband, Bob Sussman, seems to think that, like, I guess, like, his whatever's going on, that motherfucker thought that he could control my life and take over my life and identity, or use me like a goddamn object years ago. And my mother participated and allowed that shit to happen because she doesn't give a shit about me. She never did. She basically sold me into some fucking government program of abuse, of human trafficking. My own mother. Yeah, I swear to God how fucked up that is, but it's the truth. My mother did this to me. And then come to find out, obviously, you know, obviously I have a lot of anger issues and issues finding out at age 48 that I've been fucking lied to my entire life, which I always suspected anyway. But you know, my uncle is really my father, the one who died back in February. He's my biological father, okay? My mother, what the fuck kind of a mother would do that to their own daughter? Like, you know, seriously? He was alive all this time, all these years. I could have, you know, and then he dies in February. And I always kind of knew that that man was probably my father, the way he looked after me and treated me more like a dog, you know, you know, it's like, in my mother, how fucking dare she have the audacity to be so fucking greedy and envious. My mother, you know, what the fuck, you know? I mean, how dare? You know, that I have no respect for women who have adulterous affairs or have a fucking kid out of wedlock or whatever. If you're married to somebody like she was married to the man I grew up thinking was my father, Ben Jr., who's not my fucking father. She was married to him. She has a fucking affair with his brother, my uncle, and then here I am, the daughter, the product of a fucking adulterous affair that I get punished for. And you see why my mother hates me and treats me like fucking shit. You see what I go through, and you see why I'm a little bit like jaded, especially now that he's dead and he supposedly died without a will, and there's all this shit going on with this probate, and they're treating me like I'm fucking crazy to try to hide the fucking truth, which I already fucking figured out. Imagine that, okay? I know it's hard, and I know I'm not asking for sympathy. I'm just saying, if you could please try to maybe put yourself in my shoes and just kind of get an idea of what I'm going through. It's very, very traumatizing, and I'm trying my best to not, you know, it's very difficult, the anger that I have towards my mother, because women are fucking me. I'm sorry, but I've been mistreated a lot by a lot of women and a lot of men. And I hate I mean, I don't hate my mother, but I really can't believe that she would do something that fucking fucked up. Okay, it's fucked up, and I don't blame myself because I didn't do anything. I didn't deserve this. I didn't. You know, she's a very narcissistic, self-absorbed, manipulative gaslighter, and she shouldn't be getting away with all that shit. You know, traumatizing me to the point where I never know from one day to the next. Oh, am I gonna get kicked out of this house? You know, the shit, the threats that she's done, and same with Carter, her son. And yet they get away with it because they have money and connections, and here I am always wondering what the fuck am I gonna do. You know, it's horrible. It's horrible psychological abuse that she gets away with because of her stupid uh, master's degree in psychotherapy and all this shit. Okay, my mother has a master's degree in psychotherapy, so she basically fucking used me throughout my life as her fucking lab rat. Okay, it's fucked up as shit. And she had me on all kinds of fucking medications when I was in Austin, Texas. A bitch sent me to all these fucking Jewish asshole psychiatrists who put me on a shitload of different medications at once. It fucked up my head big time. And she couldn't care less. She never gave a shit about me. Ever. She was always envious of me. Majorly jealous of me. And it's real fucked up. It's real fucked up that that's my mother, okay? But yeah, that's my reality, and I'm a 48-year-old adult, and now the fucking moved over to fucking Mexico. I mean, good, you know. I'll probably never see her again, and quite frankly, I don't want to. I believe the last time I saw her that I'll ever see her was in that fucking courtroom. The last time there was a court hearing in Kerrville at my dad's probate, my dead dad, Alan Baldwin, not my fucking uncle, my father, Alan Baldwin, okay? Kenny was there acting all, trying to fucking manipulate as usual, okay? Treat me like I'm fucking stupid and retarded so she can control my fucking money, okay? Yeah, and I'm supposed to act like just play their little fucking game. Oh, it's a script. Let's turn it in. You know, fuck that shit, man. Fuck that. I'm not a fucking actor. You know, this is my life that they're fucking gambling with. And they think it's so fucking funny. It's horrible. But in another thing that I want to talk about gaslighting of what narcissistic mothers might do to their daughters if they're envious, like my situation. She's fucking horrible. So this all this fucking horrible stuff started happening to me when I moved to Austin after I transferred from New Mexico State University and moved to Austin, Texas, which was the biggest fucking mistake I've ever made in my life. I regret it so much. I wish I never would have done that. But anyway, because I fucking hate, even just the word Austin gets me triggered. I hate that fucking city. I can't stand anything about it. I don't ever want, it just horrible memories of that fucked up place, of all the shit that happened to me there. And I don't ever want to set foot in that goddamn place again as long as I live. That's for sure. So when I had that dyed black hair and they were taking advantage of me and treating me like I was a whore and a slut because I didn't, the stupid style of the haircut was such that it's like a 1920s or whatever flapper girl, easy, if you look this stuff up in history, it basically is the kind of hairstyle that women back in the 20s had who were promiscuous and known as prostitutes a lot of the times. And I didn't know any of that shit. Nobody told me any of this stuff. I didn't know. I was naive and just stupid and, smoking pot and getting high and getting taken advantage of by asshole men all the time, treated like a fucking sex object because I was just out of my, just being naive. In my early 20s, I was naive. I didn't realize all the damage that was being done to me, how it would affect me later on in life. okay? And it does affect you when you go through that kind of stuff. Believe it or not, it really does. Because I had a lot of morals growing up. I was a decent person. I had a lot of ambition. I had a lot of talent. I was intelligent. I did well in school, and they really messed me up, or fucked up my reputation to the point that everybody, just thinks I'm a whore, I'm stupid, I'm a slut, that I'm this, that I'm that, a failure. And I have to go through that every day being triggered by this shit. And I try to just play like it's not going on, like it's just part of my imagination. But with all the stuff that they've done, all the exploitation over the years and all the stalking and all the mockery and stuff, it's like it's impossible to just forget it. And you can't imagine how humiliating it is to know that, number one, they fucking stole my image. I was filmed, I was exploited, I was made a mockery of, I was never paid anything. They stole my fucking image that stupid fucking, which, whatever, good, I'm glad they stole it because it's not me anyway. I don't have naturally fucking black hair. It's not, I dyed it. I was a natural blonde as a kid, but obviously as you get older, it gets old. Whatever, but it's like I don't need to fucking explain myself. But yes, I was a natural blonde, as a kid, blonde, okay? And so now I get punished because I'm not a fucking blonde, because I don't fucking dye my hair, fucking highlight and bleach my hair blonde. Or it's because I don't fucking dye it black. And my mother is such a fucking bitch. Now I'm just ugly and useless because I'm not of any. I don't produce anything. That's how they make me feel, because I'm just useless, ugly, old, and no good anymore. And that's my mother's drilled into my head that I'm a loser and a failure and that I never would amount to anything. Oh, also because I have tattoos, that I'm a failure and a fuck up and this, that, and the other, a fucking whore and all this shit. She's a mean woman. She's real fucking mean. Mean. But so this is what pisses me off that she did. Okay, and this is about narcissistic abuse. I guess I'm trying to narrow this topic down because I know I'm all over the place with my talking when I get excited, but or on a tangent. But this is about narcissistic abuse and about mothers who narcissistically abuse their daughters, and they have their golden child sibling who they favor over one sibling over the other. But she whenever she moved to Mexico, she had the audacity. This is how fucked up my mother is. This is her fucking mentality. How fucking mean this bitch, how inconsiderate she is. So she goes to whenever there was this last court hearing for my dead father, Alan Baldwin's probate in Kerrville, who she had an affair with. Yeah, lie, Kenny. Anyway, in Kerrville, at the hearing, this last status hearing bullshit, which was all fucking like an act. It's like a fucking act. Basically, these people are like acting, is what it feels like. She brought a bag of all these art supply, because she hated me for the fact that I painted and was artistic. Okay, I was very talented, or I used to be naturally artistic. Okay, and she fucking hated that she couldn't stand it. It made her so fucking mad and envious that I was it made her so mad for whatever reason, and she couldn't stand the fact that I would ever do anything artistic. It pissed her off more than anything. But she with the last time I was in Mexico was when I graduated. I got out of UT in like 1999. And I got this BA in Spanish, whatever, in anthropology, minor in anthropology. So I went to San Miguel de Allende. They had rented a house in San Miguel de Allende, okay? And I haven't been there. That was in the year 2000. So I haven't been to Mexico since. And I haven't been anywhere since then. I haven't been out of the country. That's the last time I left the country. So I don't travel much. I don't have the money to do anything like that. But, she had the audacity to bring this bag with her to the courthouse, right? To just of all these art supplies and shit, okay, whatever that she was getting rid of because she's moving to Mexico. She announced me at the hearing. Oh, by the way, I'm moving to Mexico at the end of the month. Okay, you're not just going to Mexico, you're moving there. Yeah, the house is on the market. I'm moving. Okay, bye. See ya. You're moving to a foreign country. Bye. Sayonara, Kenny. So I know that's the last time I'll ever see her. As is, she's fucking excluded me from every fucking holiday ever throughout my life. Everything they've excluded me from. So, at this point, I don't have a mother. I'm basically a fucking orphan, adult orphan, and I don't have any family at all anymore. And I'm okay. I've gotten used to it. But she basically just fucking up and moved to Mexico, and I'll never see her again. I don't plan on ever seeing her again. And I kind of already said my goodbyes at that hearing, and I know that in my mind, I already know that I'll never see her again. I already know that was the last time I'll see my mother ever. I already know that because I just know. But she brought these fucking pictures to try to trigger me and traumatize me even more. She brought all these stupid fucking pictures of me in San Miguel of the year 2000 on that vacation when I had the fucking black dyed hair, okay? She just did it to piss me off or to try to make me feel useless as usual, okay? And there's one with like me and Carter's ex-wife, Kim, when I had the blood. Because I was, but now that, she treats me, back when I had the black hair, now she treats me like shit. Now I'm just ugly. She's a fucking bitch, okay? So they basically stole but I had all these goddamn people when I lived in Austin, Texas, and had the fucking dyed black hair, all these people always wanting to take my photograph and film me and all this shit, and I signed all these stupid little fucking entertainment release forms, and I was completely fucking exploited. Had I known then what I know now about the fucked up, stupid Jewish fucking entertainment industry, in military-run fucking entertainment industry, I never would have gotten involved with that shit ever, because I didn't know anything. I just signed a bunch of shit, didn't get copies of anything, and I was filmed, and then the next thing you know, my fucking life fucked up forever. Yeah. So this was me, okay, in the year 2000. So, that's not a fucking wig. That was my real hair that I just dyed it black, whatever, that stupid fucking little haircut, whatever. And so all of a sudden all these bitches fucking copied my look, like the fucking Katy Perry cunt fucking copied my identity. I had headshots done in Austin, professional headshots. I signed contracts with some fucking talent agency called StarCraft. All these motherfuckers exploited me and stole my fucking image, okay? Which is what I looked like back then, okay? And it's no big deal. No, I'm not bragging, but I'm just saying they fucked up my life big time. They literally fucking fucked up my life so badly. And I was only 22 or something. I didn't know anything back then, like what I know now. All right, I didn't know. I was naive. But they really exploited me big time. And it's traumatizing to think that my own mother would get involved with a man named Bob Sussman, who's a fucking pervert Jew, criminal defense attorney, who, guess what, started exploiting me even more for profit after, and he had some kind of a weird sexual obsession with me as well. Like all these men, and I'm not trying to fucking brag, I'm just being very direct, had these weird fetishes and obsessions with me. I had so many creepy stalkers and men who literally had these bizarre obsessions with me. that it was really weird, okay, and gross, and I was always getting followed around and stalked and just harassed. Way back then, I was targeted big time, and it all started with that fucking black hair, living in fucking Austin, Texas, and meeting that Walter Schutze, all that shit that happened to me. Pardon my language, but I really, if I could go back and turn back the hands of time and change my life, trust me, I'd do it in a minute, because it really, really fucked up my life. Like, I get triggered constantly by this shit. And I mean, especially considering the fucking pervert who filmed me artistic nude body paint in his fucking shower and all that crap is from San Antonio. Some fucking pervert, fucking Jew, criminal, some fucking pervert criminal defense attorney Jew, and I don't remember the motherfucker's name, but he's a fucking pervert who, I'm pretty sure, put all that crap on the fucking internet, dark web, wherever the fuck, and exploited the fucking shit out of me for profit. And it really makes me mad, because I kept fighting. After I knew that I made mistakes and did all that, I kept trying to get legal help. I tried explaining to people that I made mistakes, that I needed help to get it, and nobody would help me. Nobody would help me. No one would, they just wouldn't help me, legally speaking. It's like I had intellectual property stolen. It's like having my identity stolen and all. Nobody would help me. Nobody. So I really messed up. And it's like now to this day, I'm still getting punished for it on a daily basis. The fucking gym or whatever, they still have to rub it in my face about this crap that happened back in fucking 1998, 1999, 2000. And it's like, would you just leave me the fuck alone already? It's like as it is, I already had to have my whole tattoo change. I basically felt like I needed to change my entire identity because of all this shit. And I got my entire tattoo rearranged and changed from what it used to be, that fucking Sacred Heart thing, which is what it used to be. I mean, I went through so many changes to try to hide who I was and to try to, get away from it. But it's like, you just can't imagine. It's hard to explain this to people, because it's not like I'm treated as if I'm some kind of a person who did a bunch of porno, or has a fucking webcam girl or some porno site, which is far from the truth. Of course, I've never done anything like that. But the way I get treated and ostracized and humiliated into this fucking category is being a drug addict, a prostitute, a slut, or a whore. All these things that are completely erroneous that they say about me, that I've heard people actually saying about me in public. I go to the grocery store and people, you just can't imagine the kind of shit that I have gone through every single day, day after day after day for the past 25, 24, however many years, ever since this stuff happened. And it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. It literally is a nightmare, to the point that I wish that a big part of me wants to just completely go somewhere, change my entire identity, my name, everything, and where I, get, obviously eliminate all my YouTube channel, everything, my Facebook, and just start a new life where nobody fucking knows me and knows nothing about me. But that's kind of impossible, considering that when you're a targeted individual, the fucking satellite surveillance stuff follows you all over. But anyway, I'll talk about what happened the other day, because this is fucked up too. Everything in my life is so fucking crazy. I went to, since my not uncle, I'm not going to call, my dad, Alan, died. He had been storing all my paintings, all my paintings in his shed in Kerrville on his property. That during the Hurricane Katrina, I met him in because of all the flooding shit. He told me that he would keep my paintings for me, and to say, nonetheless, he kept all my paintings for me in storage, and there's a bunch of them. I didn't realize there was that many of them, but all these paintings that I did over the years, like just a bunch of them. I finally went to go get them yesterday, and as soon as I get there, okay, Kerrville's not that far away. It's like it took me an hour and a half, whatever, to get there. Not that bad, but with my fucking car and the wheels and all the shit and the gas, it's like every little thing adds up, and so everything costs so much money. So I had to, I just wanted, I was on a mission. I knew what I was going there for, and I wanted to get there, get it done, and get the fuck out of there, because I don't like to waste time. So I go there, and as soon as I pull up, as soon as I fucking, well, basically I pulled up. I'm sorry, that's not correct. I'm wrong. I get there, I get through, I open the gate, his gate, I pull in my car into the driveway, and I park my car, and I start walking towards the shed where all the paintings are. My paintings that I painted, that I have permission to get, it's okay for me, they're mine. I have every right to fucking go get them, they're mine. So I went there, I was on the property, and guess who shows up? Within as soon as I fucking get there, that fucking Robert Fott neighbor dude shows up. What are you doing? Can I help you with something? I'm like, I'm here to get my paintings from my father who stored them for me, and that's all I said. I said, no, I don't need your help, thank you. And I said, and that's it. And I started, and I said, just get the fuck. I didn't say it to him, but I was like, get the fuck away from me. He was just like staring at me and watching me. It's like, what the fuck, man? Get away. Whoever the fuck you are, leave me the fuck alone. This is my father. These are my fucking paintings, and I have every right to get them from the property. And so he's just like watching me like I'm crazy as I'm going through in the shed, getting the paintings out. Because I had to crawl through this little tiny crack in there, to get my fucking paintings out of there. Okay, and it was already getting dark, so I had to hurry up. And whatever. I didn't want to wait. I didn't want to wait this and do this because the weather was starting to get colder, and I wanted to do it now while it's still relatively warm outside and the weather was decent, like yesterday. So I went ahead and did it at the spur of the moment, and I'm glad I did, because I've been putting that off, and it's been in the back of my mind now for a long time. I was like, I've got to get those paintings. I've got to get them, before they, because to me, I know nobody gives a fuck, but they're mine, and I worked hard, and it's my work, and I want my fucking paintings. You people who are not artistic would never fucking understand this, because they're all my original fucking paintings that I spent fucking hours and hours and months, years worth of paintings that I wanted for my own keepsake. So fuck what you fucking people think. I don't give a shit that you don't like my art. It's mine, and I wanted to get them. So I did. And this motherfucker, this Robert Fott character is like watching me, monitoring me like he's some kind of a fucking cop. It's like, fuck you, motherfucker. Excuse me, but fucking mind your own fucking business, Thank you, but fuck off is what I'm thinking in my mind. Like, get the fuck away. Quit fucking staring at me like that, So, it's annoying, because this man's like, who the fuck are you, dude? It's like he once again, the name Robert, it's like all these motherfuckers with the name Robert seem to want to control my life for whatever fucking reason, okay? And that name, it's like, now it's like every time the name I find, it's like I don't even want to talk to anybody with that name, hardly, because I'm just like, I don't trust them for whatever reason. Now it's like anybody with the name Robert, I just want to run away from. Because I get triggered. For there's fucking Bob Sussman, Robert Sussman, all these Robert, Bobby, or Robert White with white security. It's like, really? Is that just a coincidence if it's his name Robert all the time? I don't know. Maybe, I guess so. Yeah, it's just a coincidence, right? So, Robert Faught, Faught, Really? And you're the one who supposedly found my father dead? You're the one who supposedly, like, it was his caretaker slash financial advisor? I mean, who the fuck, what the fuck is this all about? Because this man has a real financial interest in my dead father, or did. So I got my paintings, got the fuck, I had to take about, it took me about 10 trips going back and forth to the car, carrying those things. I got the fucking paintings, drove home, got back here, and that's it. But thank God I got them. And that's, basically it. That happened yesterday. And I'm glad I did it because I still have other things. There's other things I wanted to get out of this shed. I got some other important paperworks about Alan's businesses that he had and all these tax shit because he always paid his fucking taxes. The fucking IRS, fuck the fucking IRS. But he paid all his taxes. He was always paying everything. He kept all his receipts. Very military. He was in the fucking. He was a Marine, for God's sakes. And my grandfather, his father, was a fucking U.S. Army veteran. So he was very militant and very much like me. I mean, I'm not in the military, but he didn't fucking smoke. He didn't drink. He just had bad knees and started getting health problems. I am not anything like Ben Baldwin, his brother, the fucking ne'er-do-well alcoholic. No, I'm like Alan, because Alan is my father. And thank you, Kenny, for fucking lying to me my entire life. Because it's clearly obvious that Alan is my father. Hello, we have all the it's so blatantly obvious that this man is my father. And Kenny, you can sit there and fucking hide in Mexico and all till fucking hell freezes over. But you know what? I already know the truth. I already know what's going on. You can't fucking lie anymore and try to hide this shit. Treat me like I'm fucking crazy and stupid because I know exactly what the fuck happened. So there, thank you.